This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Fluid level checks. Open the door and pull the hood release lever located on the driver's side kick panel. Slide the hood safety latch to the left, then raise the hood upwards. Brake fluid level. The brake master cylinder reservoir is located on the driver's side of the engine compartment firewall. The fluid level should be maintained between the max and min lines marked on the side of the reservoir. If the fluid level is low, wipe the top of the reservoir and cap with a clean rag to prevent contamination of the system when the cap is unscrewed. Then unscrew the cap from the brake fluid reservoir. While the reservoir cap is off, check the fluid in the reservoir for contamination. If rust deposits, dirt particles, or water droplets are present, the system should be properly drained, refilled, and bled. Top up the reservoir with the correct type of new brake fluid until the fluid reaches the max line. Use a funnel to prevent spills. After filling the reservoir to the proper level, install the cap and make sure the cap is fully seated to prevent fluid leakage or contamination. Engine oil level. Pull the dipstick out of the tube and wipe all of the oil away from the end with a clean rag or paper towel. Insert the clean dipstick all the way back into the tube and pull it out again. Note the oil at the end of the dipstick. The level should be between the min and max marks on the dipstick. To add oil, unscrew the oil filler cap and pour in the correct type of oil. Use a funnel to prevent oil spills. After adding oil, wait a few minutes to allow the level to stabilize. Then pull out the dipstick and check the level again. Add more oil if required until it reaches the max mark. Do not overfill the engine. Insert the dipstick and install the filler cap, tightening it by hand only. Coolant level. A pressurized coolant expansion tank is located at the front of the engine compartment and is connected by hoses to the radiator and cooling system. The coolant level will vary with the temperature of the engine. When the engine is cold, the coolant level should be at or slightly above the min mark on the tank. Once the engine has warmed up, the coolant level should be at or near the max mark. If the level falls below the min line, allow the engine to cool, then slowly remove the cap from the coolant reservoir and add the correct type and mixture of coolant to bring the level a little above the min line. If only a small amount of coolant is required to bring the system up to the proper level, water can be used. However, repeated additions of water will dilute the antifreeze and water solution. Install the expansion tank cap securely. Drive the vehicle, then recheck the coolant level. Automatic transmission fluid level. Apply the handbrake. Chock the rear wheels to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Place a floor jack under the frame rail, Raise the front of the truck, then support it with a jack stand placed under the frame rail in front of the floor jack. Working under the vehicle, remove the engine rear splash shield. Make sure the vehicle is on level ground. Start the engine. While the engine is idling, depress the brake pedal and move the selector lever through all the gear ranges, pausing for 5 seconds in between, beginning and ending in park. With the engine still running, remove the transmission check fill plug from the right side of the transmission. Remove the dipstick from the plug and wipe off the dipstick with a clean rag. Push the dipstick all the way into the plug opening until it seats completely. Then withdraw it again and note the fluid level. When the transmission is at normal operating temperature, the fluid level should be within the dotted range marked B on the dipstick. The cross-hatched range, marked A, is only for checking the level when the transmission is cold. If more fluid is needed, add the correct type of transmission fluid through the fill hole using a suction gun or hand pump. Add fluid a little at a time to prevent overflow spills. After adding fluid, and with the engine still running, shift the transmission through the gear ranges, as mentioned previously, to cycle the fluid through the transmission and torque converter. Return the shifter to park. Check the fluid level on the dipstick again with the engine running, and add more fluid as necessary to bring it within the dotted range. Don't forget to shift through the gear ranges between fluid additions and checking the level. When the fluid is at the proper level, install the dipstick and plug and tighten the plug securely. Turn off the engine. Install the engine rear splash shield, tightening the fasteners securely. Lower the front of the truck to the ground. Release the handbrake. Windshield washer fluid level. Fluid for the windshield washer system is stored in a plastic reservoir located at the right side of the engine compartment, near the battery. Flip open the cap and fill the windshield washer reservoir as necessary. Push the cap securely onto the opening when finished.